guys, welcome to another episode of On His Majesty's Brick Service. Now today we are back with another episode in the James Bond mock series, and today we are going to be getting on with another of the Daniel Craig films. In fact, this is his fourth outing in the film Spectre, and although there were lots and lots of options for scenes, I've opted to do quite a small scene, or a small part of a big scene, and that is the Mexico City scene, which we see in the kind of intro opening scene. Now you might remember back to the first episode where we looked at and tackled The World Is Not Enough. Up here, that's done. And then in the last episode, in the second episode in the series, we looked at Live and Let Die. And that's complete too. So now on to Spectre. We're going to jump down to the workbench first of all, check out what I'm going to do for some minifigures, because I thought I would actually take a bit of time and talk through how I'm doing this, and then we'll jump into a time lapse and get this mock built. So let's head down to the workbench. Okay, so welcome to the workbench, and first up we're going to have a look at what I'm going to do for Bond himself. Now in this scene, as you'll see in this picture now, he's wearing this sort of skeleton type suit with a mask and a top hat. Now I was really lucky. I was at a fair yesterday and recording this, and found a custom minifig which was printed up. So let's have a look at this now. I'll just open him up. In fact, we'll jump into a bit of time lapse to get this done. Okay guys, so there we have the James Bond figure from Spectre. You'll see he's got the top hat, the skeleton suit, and this printing even goes around to the back, and he has arm printing as well. Really impressed. He also came with this little 1x1 round tile which has the Spectre logo printed on as well. So really like this figure. When I saw it, I just had to get it, and it just kind of answered the question of what I was going to do for the Spectre mock. Now to go with this Bond, what I've decided to do is the woman that's in this purple dress walking down the road with him at the start of the film. I've decided I'm going to use the Agatha figure from the latest Marvel CMF series. I'm going to change the face because she's wearing a mask in the movie, and I'm going to put on, let's move these over, I'm going to put on this guy's face on this body. I'm going to swap this hair out for Mulan's hair, which is a bit straighter and black. It's also got a hole on the side which I'm going to attach a flower to represent the flower in the hair. So that's what I'm going to do for the lady and Bond. And then I've also decided that I'm going to use this figure from the Disney 100 series, playing his guitar as a sort of a character on the street. And I'm also going to use Mr. Knight from the Marvel Series 2. I'm going to actually change his head. Actually, I'm not going to change his head. I'm going to put on Hawkeye's hairpiece onto Mr. Knight, and I'm going to turn him so his back's facing away, so it looks like he's in some sort of costume. Somebody in costume, but he will make up the other member of the I guess the street scene, and I will probably throw this dog in as well that came from Kate Bishop from Marvel Series 2. So that's what I'm going to do with the minifigures. I'm now going to jump into a time lapse and we'll get this mock built. So here we go. guys, so there we have the finished mock for Spectre. Hopefully this really does bring out the sort of feeling that I was going for, which is sort of Mexico City, Day of the Dead celebrations, and hopefully we can see some of those images with the color scheme and also the figures I've chosen. So let's go through this. So I've gone for a sidewalk finish, and then in terms of the minifigures, I've gone for this chap from the Disney 100. He looks like he's in costume, playing a guitar, celebrating. I think that works well. From this angle, Mr. Knight looks really good, I think. With that hairpiece, it just turns him into somebody in a suit. But if we turn him around, we do actually see that he has Mr. Knight's eyes. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And then we've got Bond and the woman that he's with, and I think that works really well. The flower, unfortunately, I couldn't get. It wasn't the right size hole, or the piece wasn't the right size to fit in. So have to accept that that is what it is. Now, I've taken a bit of liberties with the hotel itself. The design, I really wanted to stick with the sort of colours that we see in the film to give that impression of Mexico City. So I've gone for the tan, the medium nougat, and there was actually some blue at the bottom of the hotel, I noticed when I watched the scene back. I've then tried to give the impression that there are some sort of small windows above. Maybe they are some of the guest rooms, who knows. I've put this sign here to cover this gap, just to make it look like, you know, that is the building is complete. I probably should put something on that, but I'm not quite sure what I've got to put on there. There's nothing that I can see in the film, so I might have to either make something up or just leave it as it is, and it doesn't look terrible, so I'm sort of loath to do anything with it, really. I also have stole a little Easter, or put a little Easter egg in here. This is it's a poster for Fiona's place from The Princess and the Frog, which is also taken from one of the Disney 100 minifigs. So I really like that, nice little touch. And sort of finally, I put this skeleton on more as sort of like a decoration for Day of the Dead celebrations, to give you that impression again that this is Mexico City Day of the Dead celebrations. And then I just love this piece that came with the Bond figure so much, the sort of 1x1 white tile with the Spectre symbol on it. I just needed to put it in there somewhere. So that's their little Easter egg to say that this is from the film Spectre. And I think, generally speaking, as you look at it, it does look really good. You have to sort of imagine that they're walking into the hotel. I didn't have the space on the base to do the internal parts, or even just the door, the hallway kind of entrance bit. But I think this gives the impression of what I'm going for, and hopefully people will be able to identify this as from the film Spectre. I'm sort of disappointed to have Bond's back to the door, but to get the scene, that's kind of what I went for. If we turn it round and look at from the back, you can just about see his face there, which is pretty cool. And you can sort of see how I managed to get this all to work. It's not my greatest work ever, but it does what I need it to do. And if these actually stay straight and don't rotate, then we'll be even happier. But there we go, guys. You know, this is a reminder to me, and hopefully others out there, that to do a mock, it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be numerous base plates. This is 2 8x8 tiles, sorry, 8x8 plates put together, and you can just see under here, it's not that big, and it's given me plenty of space to create. And in a way, I think that there's a real challenge in creating something that tells the story of what you're trying to show, whilst being in a really small space, restricted. I think the bigger you go in some ways, the easier it gets. But anyway, that's another of the James Bond mocks done. 3 down, 22 to go. I'm really loving this series, and I hope you are too. If you haven't subscribed, do please hit that subscribe button. It really does mean the world to me and helps the channel out a lot. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with any of your friends or family. And until next time, guys, you take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.